Steve, how you doing? Steve is a great asset manager. Not only that, he's always willing to tell us what is going to happen. And I want your opinion, Steve, in these last steps towards August 1st, which might be the second Liberation Day. Let's put it that way. Thank you for coming, Steve. What do you think about the markets today?
Well, everyone is waiting. There's big earnings coming out. You've got Meta, you got Amazon, you've got all the major tech companies, but the most important thing will be the Fed on Friday. In my humble opinion, he's not going to cut interest rates. There's inflation. You're seeing that there's inflation, and it's not systemic, but it takes time for inflation, all right, to repair itself. You're seeing it in oil. I mean, we've talked about oil before. The September contract, if it breaks 70, it could easily go to $73, $74 a barrel. And the geopolitical events, it's all going to be about the tariffs and the negotiations that are still negotiating. There's extensions, there's deadlines that always seem to get extended. And in the business of money, time always has value. And that's what you're seeing right now.
I agree with you. But what I'm seeing today that I didn't see yesterday, Steve, and today is Tuesday, the 29th of July, you know that incident we're going to talk later with the potential candidate to be a mayor of New York later in this program about what happened yesterday in New York. But yesterday, Steve, the 10 years was around 441, 442% annually for 10 years. Today, we are lowering that threshold. I think we are around 433, so the markets are moving down. Even though you're right, we might have inflation, not only because of the tariff, but the movement that we have with the oil. What it makes you think that this divergence is happening where you see that actually the 10-year is being bought by the traders, by the fixed income guys? Do you think that it might be on the language tomorrow? Do you think that they're going to say something that they're realistically going to correct in September? Or you think inflation, it will be the new name in the game and we're going to see inflation in QT and Q4 in 2025?
I think right now that if Powell is going to remain, he's going to have to make a stand here to show the true independence of the Federal Reserve of the United States government. And I think that is going to be a very focal point for the public to understand. And we are going to see there's friction between, the president and the Federal Reserve, but the Federal Reserve is independent and the outcome will be the outcome. And in my opinion, the outcome is already predicted. Rates will not go lower. And if they go lower, it's because the market's already anticipating it. He is going to keep them flat for the simple reason that if someone's not sure, the best decision is not to act on something.
Steve, listen, and I like when I speak with you because we can run different scenarios, Steve. Let's put into the context that tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. in Madrid, around noon in Mexico City, they don't cut rate. They don't cut rate tomorrow. What do you think, Steve, is going to do Donald Trump right after 2:15 in the middle of the conference call that Powell will have, that the Fed chairman will have with the, let's say, the journalists? What do you think is going to happen? Because the pressure is huge on Jeremy Powell to do something, and you're telling me that he's not ready. He's ready to keep saying what they think. If you see other indicators, even though you're right that we might have inflation, we probably have a slowdown because also the tariff. So what do you think it will be the scenario? Don't tell me about the outcome. Tell me about the scenario with President Trump, in your opinion, please.
Based on his personality, he's going to be upset. It doesn't go his way. But who wouldn't be upset? If you're actually advocating something and it doesn't go your way, it doesn't go your way. I mean, he'll be disappointed, and the market will take that a certain way. And I've said this, I'm saying it today, I'm anticipating about a 2% move to the downside on the Dow, the NASDAQ, and other indices. it'll be a healthy retracement, but I am very bullish, okay, on the market. The market needs to come off a little because it's gone up very fast and very quickly. But there's a lot of opportunities in a lot of sectors right now. You're seeing it.
You mentioned pharmaceuticals. You see what happened today with Novo Nordisk. You see what's going on in Merck. They are cutting costs. You mentioned that this is because of tariff when we were speaking in the backstage. What do you think we should do with the pharmaceuticals today in front of potential dislocation in that sector? Where do you put your money, Steve?
When there's fear and there are quality companies like Lilly, like Novo Nordisk, okay, like Merck, like Johnson & Johnson, okay, I would start slowly accumulating it, not in size yet, okay? There could be some more pressure to the downside, but long term, these are marquee companies that are run extremely well fundamentally. Look at AstraZeneca, they're moving their listing to New York.
Yes, it's great. It's great news. You're right.
That's not good. That's amazing for the exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange. It's an amazing.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's an amazing move. Okay, that they're doing that. They believe in the liquidity of the NYSE.
When you see the oil, which is the other component, I agree with you that it can derail the inflation aspects in the next few quarters. And we're entering actually in a very important stage in the summer. And then we're going to go to the fall, which probably we're going to have some demand. And not only that, Steve, we have huge pressure between President Trump and President Putin. Do you think the oil will really break the 70 and we're going to see 75? You think it will be definitely a problematic situation on the oil? Because that is what it brings definitely an upscale of price increase and so other stuff in the overall market and in the overall inflation expectation stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you know my stand on oil, and I've been making it since you've been speaking to me for the last 2-3 weeks on my last few interviews. There's no question oil is going to go. I mean, it's gone higher. I mean, you saw it hit a low of like 63 and change, and then pop right back up to 70, close to 70 on the September contract. But the market is really focusing on AI. The market is obsessed with the AI concept, like right that you saw today, Palo Alto and CyberArk. That's a massive, massive deal. Massive deal. All right. So it's telling you the speed of what the valuations of these AI companies will be and the new economies that they intend on creating.
Listen, let me tell them in español because it's important. Cada vez que yo traigo a Steve a la tribuna, lo hago con el sentido totalmente con premeditación y alevosía para que él nos diga hacia dónde se podría ir el dinero, porque realmente cuando examinamos sus comentarios tiende a ser bastante asertivo en el muy corto plazo. Nos está hablando de las farmacéuticas, si ustedes están allí, sobre todo los que están en el manejo de dinero, hay que prestarle atención a estas correcciones importantes. Nos habla indiscutiblemente como lo ha venido haciendo en el caso específico de la energía, del petróleo y ahora más que proporcionalmente en algo donde vemos una resiliencia histórica. De eso vamos a hablar en el programa de hoy con la inteligencia artificial. Steve, 30 seconds to go. Where do you think it will happen with the digital assets? Because obviously we've been seeing the digital assets coming down for the last 2 sessions. And I don't know if it's going to be anxiety, but based on your opinion with artificial intelligence, it might be another opportunity to buy any pullback. Are you in agreeing with that statement?
Yeah, let me say this to you. You're going to have to buy quality, okay? Because with the AI side, there's a lot going on with OpenAI, Palantir, all the major players. There's a lot of money being spent in the sector. And for also, future manufacturing of chips and data centers. That's one of the reasons why you saw a company like Eaton take off. ETN, 92,000 employees, 175 countries around the world, true infrastructure development, like ABB. So the market's telling you something. There's no question that if companies like NVIDIA come off and some of the majors come off 3 to 7%, maybe even 8%, it'll be a long-term opportunity to buy.
Steve, thank you very much. I'm a little cautious with your prediction. But definitely we will see what happens within the next few hours with the Fed, and what is going to happen, obviously, with those reporting from these major companies, and also with the tariff. We'll bring you back soon. Thank you very much, and hopefully we'll be in agreeing with you with regards of the market. Thank you, Steve. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Take care.